Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Monday morning forecast update. Some more scattered storms out there today. We were in the severe weather outlook yesterday, and we saw quite a few of those storms bring some severe thunderstorm warnings for some high wind on Sunday. It's a low threat of any severe weather today. We're actually not outlined in the severe weather outlook, but these summer thunderstorms can bring some wind, some brief heavy rainfall as well. And this will pretty much be the only day this week that we have that high chance of rain, as will be drying out tomorrow as high pressure takes over for at least a few days here, and that will send our temperatures into the mid to upper 90s. But the fly in the ointment this week, there is a system that potentially will make its way into the Gulf, so we are watching the tropics for maybe a little development later this week, and I'll get to that in just a moment here. As far as your Monday, you can see some storms popping up just to the north of McCurtain County and to the west of us near Dallas. Still a little frontal zone here, which is likely going to trigger some of these showers and thunderstorms, and some of those will likely impact the northern Arklatex this morning, but the rest of us will have that higher chance of the storms building south into our neighborhoods once we get into the afternoon and evening today. So it's the late day rainfall that we are hoping will cool our temperatures just a bit. It doesn't feel too bad this morning. Most areas are in the upper 60s as well as the low 70s, as the storms yesterday really cooled us off late in the day, and your high temperatures today should rebound. Most of us in the low to mid 90s, but will be slightly cooler north of I-30, where that rain is likely to pop up later this morning. And there's a look at the temperature forecast today. Again, by lunchtime, areas like Shreveport will likely be pushing about 90 degrees or so. So let me give you a look here. Your Robins to Futurecast. It does show that storms developing to the west of us, so the model is initialized fairly well today, and it does keep most of the early day rainfall close to the I-30 corridor here. And you'll notice the storms will probably build south as we go through the afternoon today, so we can't rule out some scattered storms along I-20 and points to the south here, but it looks like most of the rain today is going to stay across the northern half of the Arklatex, at least through the morning hours today. And as high pressure builds in tomorrow, we'll see those rain chances likely go away for a few days here. I can't rule out maybe just an isolated shower on Tuesday, but with high pressure building in for the middle of the week, we likely have a couple of dry days in the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Thursday as well. But I mentioned we're watching the potential for some tropical development. The breakdown today, there's a little disturbance. It's over here off the east coast of Florida. You can see some of the thunderstorms popping up this morning. That is expected to move across Florida and emerge in the Gulf here, and likely affect the northern Gulf as we go through the week here. Conditions are somewhat favorable to see some development, even though the Hurricane Center has a low chance of development there. There's not going to be a ton of wind shear. The water temperatures are pretty warm, so we'll have to keep an eye on this in the upcoming days. Just kind of keep an eye on this little disturbance here. It eventually emerges in the Gulf, and you can see a few showers and storms along the coastline by the middle of the week. There is a chance, just depending on where this area of high pressure sets up, that could be drawn northward across the Arklatex late this week. So I did include some rain in Friday's forecast here. As of right now, it looks like the potential for development fairly low from the Hurricane Center. But again, once these things get into the warm waters here in the Gulf, anything can go. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that one. But I did include some rain. At the very least, this little tropical wave here could push in more of an enhanced sea breeze for us, maybe in that Thursday, Friday time frame. So I did put some rain in the forecast on Friday, but I would say that Thursday through Saturday time frame is highly dependent on where that storm winds up going this week. And if it doesn't develop into anything, again, at the very least, it will probably send us some of those sea breeze showers and storms late in the week here. So I did include at least some slight rain chances over the weekend, and your high temperatures this week, mid to upper 90s with the high pressure over us. But as we get some of the rain later this week, the temperatures should cool back into the mid 90s as we approach the weekend.